Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to dig into a really powerful, and maybe even a little strange, idea about forgiveness. We usually think of it as something we do for someone else, right? But what if its real purpose is something else entirely? All right, let's get into it. So this is the core of it all, right here. This one. Profound statement from A Course in Miracles. Forgiveness is the only gift I give. Now, I know at first that might sound a little weird, maybe even a bit traumatic, but as you'll see, it totally flips the script on how we think about our own inner peace. Which of course brings us to the big question. If forgiveness is a gift, then who's it actually for? Is it for the person who hurt you? Or is there something much, much deeper going on here? Stick with me, because I think the answer is going to be a real eye-opener.
Okay, so to really get what that quote means, we've got to first redefine what we're even talking about when we say forgiveness. The source material basically asks us to just toss out the old definition and look at it with fresh eyes.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Look, normally we think of forgiveness as, letting go of a grudge, something we do for the other person. But this new perspective, it flips that on its head. It says it's not about them at all. It's about a shift in your own perception. It becomes a tool for your freedom, a way to heal your own mind. So what we're really talking about here is true forgiveness, and it's defined as this transformative internal process. It is not about saying, hey, what you did was okay. No way. It's about changing how you see the whole thing so that you are free from carrying around all that heavy judgment and resentment.
And this, right here, is the absolute game changer. If forgiveness is really about changing our own minds, well, then the gift we're giving, it's for us.
I mean, think about it. When we're holding on to anger, who is actually feeling that? Who's carrying that heavy backpack full of rocks? We are. The source material says that practicing forgiveness is simply the act of putting that backpack down. It's the most direct route back to your own inner peace. It's literally you setting yourself free.
So let's just break down what's in this gift for you. It's not just one thing. It's like a chain reaction of good stuff. When you release resentment, you liberate yourself. That act is what heals your perception, which then restores your inner peace and gets you aligned with love instead of conflict. See? Every single one of these benefits flows right back to you.
Okay, so the theory is great, right? We get the what and the why. But that leads to the biggest question. How do we actually do this? How do we make this a real practice and not just a cool idea? Well, the source gives us 4 really practical steps to get started. It all starts pretty simply. First up, a morning reflection, just setting your intention for the day with that simple phrase, forgiveness is the only gift I give. Second, a forgiveness journal. This is huge for just getting all those tangled feelings out on paper. Third, and this one's kind of cool, you can try role-playing with a friend to practice responding with forgiveness in a safe space. And finally, meditation, where you can actually visualize giving this gift and feel that sense of release.
And look, the whole point of these exercises is super important. They're designed to take this idea off the screen, out of the book, and make it a real living part of your day. They help you internalize this whole lesson so it becomes an active practice, not just something you think about.
Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's bring this all back home. It's time to turn the spotlight from the source material directly onto you. Let's make this personal.
So here's the question I really want you to sit with. How can you start to shift your perception? Where in your life could you start seeing forgiveness not as a burden, not as something you have to do for someone else, but as a gift that you give to yourself, a gift that sets you free? And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started, with this incredibly powerful statement. But my guess is it just hits different now, doesn't it? It's not about being stingy with other gifts. It's about realizing that the act of freeing your own mind from pain, well, that's the most profound and healing gift you could ever offer. And it's one you give first and foremost to yourself.